Hey guys, welcome back. I've got a STIHL BG56 blower. Look at the cord coming out of it. When you go to pull, it's pretty well jammed up. So I don't know if this is worth fixing. I'm going to go through all the steps here as to what I typically do in my shop when a piece of equipment comes in like that. Alright, so in my shop I use my impacts with the Torx bit on it. This is a T27. You can also use a hand screwdriver, Torx T27. And I'll be using it to remove the recoil. See, when I go to pull on it, it's basically seized. It was turning a little bit when it came in, but now it won't turn at all. So there's 3 screws holding the recoil. Well, look at the recoil. The rope is not back in the rotor the way it should be. Hopefully that's all it is, but I kind of highly doubt it, but we'll see. So first of all, the way I will fix this is just by basically turning that rope rotor here. Looks a bit stuck. Actually, I'll have to pull on the rope. Now this is the one with the easy start. So when you start having problems with this, it's a little more intensive to repair. So it wants to go back, but it's pretty stiff. I'll spray some WD-40 in here liberally, just in case it's jammed. I think there's more to it than just it being stiff here. Yeah, there's the pawl came out. This is pretty messed up over here. So I'll take the clip off that holds the paws on the recoil. And for some reason, it looks all bent up out of shape. It's like fused in there. So something got really hot here. There's a small washer there. Okay, let's use a little pick here. I'm trying to save the whole recoil because if I pull too hard here, I may damage the groove that holds the clip for the paws. There we go. Man, that just rewound back as soon as I pulled the washer out. Now these easy start recoils have 2 springs, one at the bottom and one in here for the easy start. But the easy start spring is all shot. Look at this. Anyway, I'll put this aside for now. We'll examine this here to see why it won't turn or didn't want to turn. I don't know if it was just the recoil or what. It doesn't feel right, but listen to that play. Must be playing the engine a lot. Flywheel's tight, the coil is tight, the gap looks good, there is compression, so maybe it is just the recoil. I will go in my shed and look for a spare recoil BG56. I'll be right back. Well, look at what I found in the shed, guys. A BG56, it's got the same recoil, so this will give me an opportunity to make sure the machine's worth fixing before I buy parts for a recoil. So now you know you can grab a recoil from a 56 and use it on an 86 or vice versa. Alright, so I'll take this recoil off. And now I'm just going to air blow this clean here. The carburetor's pretty filthy. Now this recoil from the 86 here does not have the easy start feature. I just noticed that now. No big deal. I prefer them without it actually. I'll take this off just to make it easier to get the recoil back on. Okay, so I'll just start my screws here at a low setting and finish off by hand. Now what I'm hoping is that it was just the recoil. So I'm going to pull it over and hopefully it's going to run. Alright, choke. Primer, we got lots of gas in there. Oh man. Man, that thing just pulled like crazy, hit the camera. And what I just noticed, there's a whole bunch of gas coming out of the muffler. This thing is flooded like crazy, and I think I know what may have happened. It's so flooded that it hydrolocked and it ruined the recoil. Pretty sure that's what happened. So before I continue here and pull like a crazy madman, I'm going to remove the spark plug. And pull it over so all the gas comes out. Now have a look at the plug, it is wet. See all that gas coming out? I'll just put a rag here and hold the switch off. There's so much gas coming out of there. It's dripping out of here. Full of gas, guys. Look at that. This is when you got to be careful for fire, guys. Always keep the switch off if you're going to pull it. Anyway, I'm going to keep pulling like this, and I'll come back and put the plug back in and try to start it. Okay, throttle wide open, choke off. Well, it's running good. It did sound pooch there for a few seconds. The motor didn't sound right, but then it came better. I'll start it up again to make sure she'll run. Let's feel the compression here. Could be better. Look at all the gas that came out of the muffler. Crazy amounts. And I'm surprised it started that quick. Okay, let's see if she'll start up again. One last thing I'm going to do here is take the recoil off again. I want to see the condition of the piston and cylinder. I should have done that earlier. First though, I will take off the spark arrestor right here, just to see if it's plugged or not, or dirty. I don't think it is, because the machine did run not too bad. It's going to be a bit hot. And here it is. That's pretty good actually. It's clear. It's not plugged at all. And now in my T27 Torx, I will reach in and remove the muffler bolt. And we'll have a look at that piston and rings. Ooh, doesn't look good. Let me get a light. Look at how black that piston is. It's got a lot of scoring carbon built up on the piston. See that? That piston in there should be nice and shiny. And you can hear some noise in there. There's probably loose connecting rod bearing or something like that. But it runs. It runs just the way it is. What I would do is basically run this thing till it dies. So I'll just put this back together now, just the way it is. And I'll tell the customer what's happening. And he'll probably just keep using it like that till it dies. That's what I'm going to recommend. It's not worth rebuilding the engine or anything like that. So I'll let the parts cool off a bit here, and then I'll reassemble it. Okay, she's cooled down. I will just put everything back together here. I always line up the screws with the gasket like this. And I'll put the BG56 recoil on. It's just cheaper than fixing up the old one, because the machine's already in bad shape. I'm not going to pump that kind of money into there and charge a customer. Very small repair margins here in Canada on these. Sometimes they're almost not worth taking in the shop, to be honest. Okay, all back together, put the spark plug boot back on, and I will try it out again. So what I'll do now is call the customer, tell him about the damage, and I'm just going to tell him use it till it dies and then buy a new one. It's definitely not worth pumping in that kind of money to refurbish the cylinder head, the piston and rings. Definitely not. It's going to cost just as much as buying a new one. The parts are crazy expensive from STIHL, and I don't use aftermarket parts on these. So that's why I did it this way. It runs good the way it is. I'm actually surprised that it's running that good, and I'll just have to tell them to make sure not to flood it with so much gas like it was. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you're subscribed, and please comment below. Have a great day.